Okay, here we are at Thomas Square. There was a tagging raid yesterday, 24 hours ago, and there's a crew just pulled up in the park itself. You can see a dump truck coming, so this is what we would call a seizure raid. Armed police, 1, 2, 3, one police car. The crews have gotten kind of small. Here is Trish Morikawa of the Office of Housing, who leads the race. We'll follow them and see. No bullhorn today. I think that is Wesley Chun and Alan Sato, and I think the deputy director, which should be Kenneth. I'm going to take a look here. I'm staying 5 feet away. I want to document the procedures and whatnot. I might use the belt cam because I got another hand for stills. Let me see if I can handle that. Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
You got my support, you know it.
Thank you. No, they haven't, they're not gonna, they usually tape stuff off, but I don't know if they're gonna do it today. Here you see the encampment. They came and they tagged tents. It was red tent day. And, of course, what we did last night is swap out the tents. We're walking toward the corner here. Let me try and operate. Here we go. Here's actually what I'm doing if you want to see why things are so where'd West go? Actually what I want to do is actually catch West Chun. At some, that's west there. Looks like they're preparing to tape the place off, but they haven't yet. I'm staying far enough away so not to interfere actually with their operations. Wearing sunglasses. It is a overcast day. It's Wesley Chun. It's a cabinet level.
You're gonna have to get out of the area though.
Okay. See the tape. Oh, they are taping the area off. As you can see. I'm thinking when you join the, when you sign up for this, definitely if you're cabinet level Department of Facilities Maintenance, you're not thinking of doing this. This is our, they're gathering together our forum furniture procedure. They'll probably bring up a truck or something. I'm gonna go below the tape so we can get some. Now they tagged all these items yesterday. This is pretty good. You can get a good kind of close up, and they're putting it together. One of my shoelaces is untied. This is really kind of hard. You can see police here. Behind the corner is the iconic First Insurance building that helps locate you in time. I mean in space, sorry. And we are, let me just quickly cut away here. That's the former Anna Rice Cook estate of Castle and Cook, beneficiaries of the original land grab that created the Big Five land barons in Hawaii from the theft of Hawaiian land. You can see in the center of the Ustream is a woman in white pants and a gray top. That's Trish Morikawa, who is coordinator of the Office of Housing, and she leads the raids. Well, this isn't a houseless encampment. She has the big book of stuff. She carries the big book of what's to be seized and that sort of thing. Which really doesn't have anything to do with the mission of the Office of Housing. But she used to be a prosecutor under Mayor Carlisle, who was a head prosecutor, and then it kind of makes sense. You can see them taking notes, that sort of thing. Now, one of our members is wheelchair bound. He has a little electric scooter, and he makes sure that we are ADA compliant. We've complied with the letter of the law in order to persist through these raids. This would be raid, if you're counting them in pairs, it would be 23B, I think, 23 or 24. I'm keeping a spreadsheet count. Now with my still camera, I'm taking close-ups. I'm trying to deal with two things here, but I haven't used the belt cam yet. You can see Wes and Trish running things, directing stuff. Trish was the one that actually gave the instruction to arrest. I think this is dangerous, but that is dangerous. To arrest Madori, who's still pending charges. Also pending charges here, Laulani Teo, who was arrested on May Day at Kapiolani Park trying to get our banner back, and which she eventually did. So that's pretty cool. We have one banner that's still outstanding. Michael Daly's Pacific Sustainability. Now, usually, sometimes there can be some bullhorn use here, and I know sometimes I'm the one with the bullhorn. We're trying, like, we're doing a different kind of thing, you know.
You need a bullhorn, Doug?
I don't, I actually, the injustice alert thing, well, I'm not doing it because I want to concentrate on documenting this. You know?
I would like to make an injustice alert. There's injustice going on.
There actually is an injustice going on. This actually is what, you know, if we did it, we meaning you watching the Ustream or we standing on the side, if we did this, it would be called theft. But who do you call when the police are stealing your stuff? You know?
You know who you call? You call Ghostbusters.
Who are you going to call?
But my favorite thing is the way in which the sidewalk has been made totally inaccessible by the city.
Yeah.
And so people have had to walk into the street in order to get by.
We have...
And it sounds like they're being made to walk all the way around.
They are, yes.
So that this can go on, so that this can happen. If we did that, right, we would be fined up the ass.
As long as it's there.
Well,
if we can't be in there, then nobody can be in there. It's when they let people walk through that I have issues.
Dude,
I hope.
sidewalks is really shitty.
Now this is creepy also because it's hard to get over on the other end where they're doing stuff.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to see what
You know.
Trish is over there doing.
Trish is on the phone and... Okay, we have live streamer Nova on the other end. So if you want a stereo view, go Ustream channel The Pineapple Glitch and you'll get the other end of this. You get like the stereo view. Of course, you can watch both through the miracle of yes, tabs, multiple screens, you know. So
If you have two monitors, that's ideal.
2 monitors, one dedicated to each view.
It's getting a little more high tech. I know.
Yeah, I noticed Santos isn't here either.
Yeah, where is our guy?
I wanted to say hello to him. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Now he doesn't call these raids. He doesn't call them sweeps.
But they're snoo fests, right?
Or we can call them anything. For instance, we can call them the senior proms.
This is a beautiful senior prom. The decorations are fantastic.
It is.
Where's the buffet?
Oh, they're looking inside. I think that's
That's not very nice.
Some sort of search?
that is a search.
That constitutes a search. I feel like I've been seized, actually, because I'm unable to move forward. But I could be incorrect. That could just be me. Being a little wary of the city. Oh, look, they're gonna take the television sign. I made that.
That was so excellent. In fact, it got a lot of...
Yeah,
that's
free speech.
It got a lot of likes on Instagram.
Oh, I'm glad that it got a lot of likes on Instagram. Anything I can do to pimp out ending the development of Ho'opili, I will do.
That was very cool. I think I got a recent picture of it too.
Instagram like totally sold out when they went to Android.
Yeah, I was,
throwing that out there
for $1 billion, I think.
Has anything to do with what's going on. But Instagram, it's a sellout.
I got a good one of, I think, Nova on the other end.
I'm so glad our social media crew is here.
Whoa!
Don't call the police now. They're doing important things.
Don't worry about anything that's going on over there. Make sure you take care of the important stuff.
Keep calm, carry on. Keep calm, carry on.
I have a feeling we might have to actually... Now what we'll do is rotate the stuff out.
Since you're down here, can you fix that curve? Isn't that like your job?
Hey, wait, where's the person from IHS? Is the person from IHS here today?
No, it's the Office of Housing really is to deprive people of housing.
Seriously?
West Chan is, they're incongruent sorts of jobs here. If you just joined us, they have stacked...
Hey, they're going to dump more of my art in the trash, I think.
Stacked the forum furniture here to go into this garbage truck.
City,
they put tags on things. You can see these.
So these are items that should be tagged and stored.
These are items that should be tagged, and in fact they are...
Hey, you want to give those back to me before you throw them away? The art, the pretty stuff?
The art here is, has a very ephemeral existence.
If you don't want to, I guess that's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. But I thought I'd ask. Hey, Wes! Wes! I guess you can't hear me over the sound of his ring.
Or he might, you know, he might be ignoring
there
you.
It is. Another one of the pieces.
There we go.
I think it might all be in the trash now.
Yep. This is what happens to the homeless. Now, we're a politically organized camp. We're not a homeless camp, but the same thing happens to the homeless people. This is theft. Those who, without private residences, live in public, and they should have a right to private possessions. There's no law depriving them of the right to have private possessions, but this takes away everything that's required for the acts of living, people's tents and clothing.
They just destroyed it perfectly there.
These things should be tagged, stored, allowed to be reclaimed, auctioned off, and here are some perfectly good things being thrown away.
They could have had an art auction.
This is raid 23 or some such. The furniture is from the public forum. We'll get more within days. We're downstream of one of the largest and oldest of Honolulu suburbs. People throw stuff out. We pick it up, give it a few more days of life in public service. We've had many people down here recently at our public forum and on Sundays. No official communication from any official government person, but we've had a senator out here, state senator out here to talk to us.
No wonder he doesn't want us on the streets anymore, right?
We've had...
This shit isn't safe.
activists down here to lend support. No bullhorns today, sorry. I know some of you have become fans of the justice alerts that I give. Others of you are really irritated by it, so I might alternate.
Just to keep you all happy.
Yeah, to keep you all happy. Next raid, I'll do the injustice alert.
I'd like to see you do some justice alert.
Huh? Hey, you know, it really isn't.
You can do a small, quiet one, Doug. Injustice alert, injustice.
This is,
Seriously, guys?
Oh, man. We know you guys don't want... Look at that. Piece of art.
Woo! And that was the Stop Ho'opili one.
That
they
was
want to
Stop
silence
Ho'opili.
that.
Ho'opili is a subdivision development project by D.R. Horton that just got okayed by the Land Use Commission, whose job is to make sure that things like that don't happen. How did that happen? Ooh.
I guess they thought it was old news, so they wanted to get rid of it to keep us fresh.
That's alright. That TV only got 5.
That was a great TV. In fact, if I can promote upcoming events, as you can see, this is not going to stop us from being here. There will be a Off Art After Dark on Friday night. It's a permitted event in the park. I'll point toward the park, probably in there, right behind that Aloha policeman. And oh, look, we got press or something. This is kind of cool. Oh, I think I recognize that guy. He used to be a musician, huh? I know. I think I was in a battle of the bands with him, but he's too young. He'd be almost as old as I am if that were the case.
Oh, maybe you just didn't go white as quickly as you did.
You know, white meaning hair, not in like identity or ethnicity.
What do you think I was talking about, Cracker?
Oh, and in case you don't know me, I am actually an Asian guy, kind of like the guys in orange here that always lead the race. You guys are really embarrassing, you know?
Their mothers must be so proud.
You know?
So proud.
There is kind of an argument about whether there's such a thing as Asian settler colonialism, and boy, you guys sure make a case for it. I'm not saying there is or isn't, because it's like really kind of contentious.
But I mean, like, look, this is kind of interesting evidence.
This
is kind of interesting information to add to that argument.
You know, I would say, you know.
So that's good, right?
Yeah, that is true. Trish Morikawa is a Japanese name, but, you know, she is 1/4 at least Kanaka Maoli.
Looks like it.
She would have to be, because she was on the Hawaii Home Commission. You have to be at least.
Can I have the place to get that TV? I want to pick it up.
Now what's going to happen is they're going to head off probably. Now we can see Wes and Trisha are running the place. Now I might stumble and fall because I have untied shoelace. The press is here, which means they were kind of warned about stuff. Now this is an area we call South Occupy. It's like not really affiliated so much with Occupy. After the tagging raid, actually this morning, a lot of South Occupy packed up. A lot of the homeless people come down here. They know they won't be victimized, won't be raped, won't be treated inhumanly. We treat everyone here as though they were humans. That's a real novel approach to society. Treat everyone as though they were humans. There was one tent here by a woman who was refused services by the Office of Housing, and we, the people at Occupy Honolulu, got her into treatment in the hospital. Now we're in what I call South Occupy, the homeless encampment on the I'm trying to concentrate on getting some photos here too. Now they're hassling this resident. He has his tent and stuff. He's saying he's waiting for somebody to pick him up and take him away. They're giving him shit. You can't. If you don't have a private residence, you can't have private property. You can't have what's required for the acts of living. Something's going on over here. I'm going to go back. If you want a stereo view and you're watching this, also tune into ustream.tv/channel/the pineapple glitch. That you get live streamer Nova. He's in the red cap there. That you get his view. Now Andy, it looks like is live streaming too. He might be going direct to Okay, they've kind of split up here. We've got a crew there in South Occupy. That's the South Occupy corner. I shouldn't call it South Occupy, you know? We have 3 uniformed police and 1 what we call Aloha police. That's public affairs officers in the Aloha shirt. Now you notice since this corner is not politically organized, they don't tape it off. They are separating the guy from his possessions, tagging it so they can seize it. This, if you ask me, this is theft, this is stealing. But who do you call when the police are stealing your stuff? We've tried to make theft complaints, and of course it falls on deaf ears. This is all through a new ordinance similar to the type that was passed in many municipalities all over the country. By the country, I don't mean the nation of Hawaii, I mean the nation of the United States of America, which tried to criminalize homelessness when the Occupy movement started catching on. We are now, if you just joined us, there was just a seizure raid on DeOccupy Honolulu. We're in the far corner of the park now, what we sometimes refer to as South Occupy. It's non-politically organized people, and because of that, they suffer a lot more during the raids. They have all their stuff taken in an act which I would have to call theft. I mean, what do you call it when people are taking your stuff? If you have no private residences, this is how you live. You live in public. If you live in public, you have the right to private property, especially property that allows the acts of living. That is a live stream of Nova Smith, The Pineapple Glitch on Ustream. You can watch both if you have the bandwidth and get the stereo view. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a slightly different point of view so you can get a stereo view if you watch both live stream channels. I'm over on the other side here. You can see shoes and
come in. Tell the rear end loader come back.
Front end loader's coming back. They're gonna throw the stuff in a front end loader. And you get the idea. I'm gonna pan. This is the historic Thomas Square. This is where sovereignty was restored to the nation of Hawaii, July 31st, 1843, by Admiral Thomas after the area was kind of illegally seized by a loose cannon kind of British guy. Admiral Thomas on the orders of the Queen. 1843, who was Queen? Victoria?
I think they off this area.
Okay. Now, because Nova was like mouthing off, they're going to tape off the area. They need police assistance to steal shit from people. This is theft. This is utterly... Now, I'm shooting with 2 cameras. I'm shooting, let me show you what I'm doing here. So just so you get an idea of what it is I'm doing. There's a truck coming here. That sound is, we see the garbage truck backing up under a police escort to throw away stuff of the homeless camp here, South Occupy. Now there is a media here. Here's the media guy, which means that it was kind of publicized. This is, I guess, going to be an exemplary seizure. That's Trish Morikawa, who is putting the tape up. Trish and Wes Chun, who's a PhD in engineering, director of Department of Facilities Maintenance, makes $112,000 a year as a cabinet position under Mayor Carlisle. He'll be waving signs for Mayor Carlisle.
Well, you know, if I keep moving, you can't move as well. You don't tell me nothing, what? You don't tell me nothing. No. You don't tell me nothing.
Now Trish makes $80,000 a year, and you can see.
I think Wes was a little cranky this morning. Hard work stealing from the floor.
This is a classic scene. We've got police and a mass of jacketed city workers, including one coordinator, Office of Housing, which is Trish right there, center screen and back, and director of facilities maintenance, maintenance, DFM as we call it. Wes Chun makes $112,000. By Wes Chun's estimate, this is costing $3,000 to $5,000. Of course, it's more than that. Factor in the cost of them not doing what they're supposed to do. Trish, which would be help homeless people, and in Wes Chun's case, it would be to fix potholes, fix parks and that sort of thing, sidewalks. That's not being done. And if you're from Honolulu, you know that we have no potholes. And the roads are like glass smooth. I'm kidding. We have a lot of potholes. But this is more important. Stealing things from the homeless. Why is stealing things from the homeless important? You know, I think it's the election year. He's going to wave signs for Mayor Carlisle. Mayor Carlisle is going to have to say, you know, I solved the homeless problem. Do you see campers anywhere? Now, what happens to the people here? And they might have left stuff because they're at work. A lot of homeless people do work here. Honolulu, if you're from somewhere else, Honolulu has one of the highest costs of living without a commensurate standard for wages. The median price of a single family home is over $600,000. The caution tape is getting in front of me, so sometimes it makes a good... Now the press, that lady's the press, you can tell because she's really inappropriately dressed, is talking to Wes and Trish. Hasn't approached anyone from DeOccupy yet, so this is kind of a press release, press statement. I'm gonna go over on that end. I'm going to go over on that end. In fact, it looks like Nova's got the same idea. We'll see.
engineer.
We'll see that. I like that. The uncivil engineer.
Feel threatened by society, making over $100 and some thousand dollars.
$112,000.
From people.
$112,000.
Don't think the public doesn't notice what you're really doing, Wesley Chung, with your civil engineer job. Well, don't come to a protest area and think you're going to conduct in a fashion that you can have an interview with an individual like that, a hateful individual, one that steals from humanity. Wrong area for an interview like that, man.
That's right. I ditto that. That was the voice of Nova Smith. He's a resident here and also a member of the Makiki Neighborhood Board. This is a press release raid. Obviously the media was tipped off. We see them going through belongings here. Let me get a close look at. You can see the kind of storage system that the homeless have. They're actually among the most organized people. If you have to figure out how you're going to live, they have organized ways of packing. Where is this person? Maybe at work.
They see what's going on right now. They're not even showing what they're doing right now.
This, if you've just joined us, we're at what we're calling South Occupy. This is the homeless encampment next door down the street from DeOccupy Honolulu, where they have just conducted a raid. What you can see on the emblems of the police officers is a splintered paddle.
First job is to bring people home. And here's the
Splintered paddle is symbolic of the law of the splintered paddle, the Kanawai Mamalahoe, which guarantees the safety of people living.
Yeah, let's not care what they're doing to the people in this city. Yeah.
Thank you for participating in the media campaign.
And that's the media you get, folks, if you watch TV. They get the press release. They interview West Chun. They don't interview anyone else. They don't. We don't get to interview her.
I want to interview West
They don't care that that individual isn't helping anybody get off the street, or the individual standing next to her and just stealing there.
This is theft. This is plain theft from people that have the least.
This sort of looks like a bargain sale.
It does, and it's quite a bargain for the people taking the stuff.
Right, because it's free.
It's free.
You guys should be ashamed.
You should really be ashamed.
Y'all stood there with an individual lying to the public.
Yep.
And watched the media and not care about what they were doing to people here.
Yep.
Every single one of you will go home knowing that you just put those lives in the street on purpose.
But you didn't know that peacekeepers perpetuate violence so that they can have job security?
They'll be waving signs for Mayor Carlisle.
Cops for Carlisle.
Cops for Carlisle.
That should, yeah.
Although the police union did not endorse Mayor Carlisle, which I think is kind of interesting.
Did they endorse anyone yet?
I think they went with Caldwell, which is kind of,
Well, I mean, that's excellent for our purposes, really. Like, whoever...
Yeah.
I mean, Caldwell is less objectionable than Carlisle.
Yeah.
Only slightly, but...
Only slightly, and then he'll have to appoint a new Office of Housing person to be the new
Oh,
Nazi.
dude, if someone could appoint a new officer of housing, that would be my favorite. I want someone to get a new job
Oh yeah.
at McDonald's or something, where you can do
You know-
minimum harm.
Former prosecuting attorneys end up a lot of times as criminal defense attorneys.
Yeah.
So then you can get the money from
cash.
the parents of the criminals who have to mortgage their homes to pay the legal fee. Now, I don't know where Trish lives, but I know West Chun lives in Nuuanu on 52,000 square feet of land.
52,000 square feet. Can we put up tents
That's
at his
over an acre.
Can we put up tents at his house?
You know, I think there's a public sidewalk near his house. I'd like to take a look. In fact, one day we'll take a trip, Ustream trip, and we'll go up there. You know, I think actually, I might have one thing to do. I mean, you know, I'm thinking Wes knows where you live, we know where he lives, and we should see where he lives. We should see where Mayor Carlisle lives. We pass Neil Abercrombie's case.
You know whose house I want to see? I want to see the Gabbard family home.
That would be interesting.
That would be what's up. The Gabbard family home.
And here is the tape coming
Is there any
down.
way I can get some of that caution tape? Can I just like snag some of it?
Oh, you should like cut some and run. Or you try to get arrested.
Yeah, no. Well, like,
This is good stuff. This caution tape is
can
like
we be in here now? Is this public space again?
the public
Are we, like,
space
free to move about?
has been restored to the public. Let's get a parting look at the garbage truck. Oh, that's a shame. That caution tape doesn't get reused. There we go. We can see all that stuff in there. And it looks like we're coming up to the end of the now I haven't been responsive to like the chatter and stuff because I'm working with two cameras here. And that's a real typical of the seizure raids here, except I'm usually on a bullhorn or somebody is. And they take the stuff. What we do now is we go get more stuff off the sidewalks of Makiki, swap out the tents that they've tagged that we store on private property. Once again, I want to show you this whole block, which is now the Honolulu Academy of Arts, now known as the Honolulu Museum of Art, former home of Anna Rice Cook of Castle and Cook, one of the first 5 land barons that profited off the theft of Hawaiian land. And on this side of the street, this is Thomas Square Park, named after Admiral Thomas, who restored sovereignty to the Hawaiian nation on July 31st, 1843. There's a celebration here every July 31st, at the last Sunday nearest July 31st. And we hope to help celebrate the restoration of sovereignty to the Hawaiian nation. That Hawaiian nation was overthrown by armed businessmen, quote unquote, American businessmen, Lawrence Thurston, on 1893, January 17th, 1893, in the state, the Hawaii was then illegally annexed in 1898. There's no treaty. That's how they rolled in those days. And then in 1959 was declared to be a state because it's geopolitically important and economically important. It's a very large anchored aircraft carrier for the U.S. These are the last two cars here. They come in through the park. And they tear up the park. They're actually supposed to be preserving the park. La Ho'iho'i'ea, the celebration of the restoration of sovereignty, takes place right in this area. And you can mark it on your calendar. It's the Sunday nearest the end of the month. The 31st is the actual calendar day. And the restoration of sovereignty celebration has itself been restored in modern times. That's Michael Tada, one of our guys. He's also in a scooter, a motorized scooter you can see in the back. He makes sure that we are ADA compliant as far as the amount of space on the sidewalks and that kind of thing. You want to say anything on camera?
I like how it's raining now. It's like the INA has chosen to cleanse our camp from this dirty bullshit.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
Either that or the Lord is pissing on us. But that's a trickle-down economy for you, right?
Trickle-down economy, definitely. I'm going to just make one sweep of the encampment. This is where South Occupy was. Most of the campers gone. South Occupy is what I refer to as the non-politically organized part of Occupy. So those tents are gone. Then we'll go look at the tag tents of DeOccupy proper. If you're viewing from not Hawaii or not Honolulu, you'll wonder why all the tents are right here by the side of the road, and that's because what's in the side of the road is protected supposedly by the law of the splintered paddle. Here are the Bill 54 tags. Let me get close to one here. Let me get close to one. So it says removal notice, gives a date and time, property description, blue yellow trim, Northwest Territories tent, etc. Impounded property will be stored at. But as we've seen, just because it's tagged and it said it'll be stored at doesn't mean it'll be stored, because a lot of these things get thrown away. And then you'll see the ordinance, that's 11-029. That's what we call Bill 54. It was called Bill 54 during that era. Late last year when they were trying to pass it, part of many of the ordinances in the municipalities around the country that tried to criminalize homelessness and this sort of Occupy style occupation. Now this tent itself is interesting. This tent itself is kind of historic. It was donated to the camp by a donor I won't name, but this tent has been to Kaho'olawe on a visit.
This is a nice fucking tent.
Yeah.
Is this a new one?
Yeah, I had a friend donated it. This has been to Kaho'olawe.
That's what's up.
Which was an island that was seized by the American military and used for bombing practice for years and years and years until people got up and said, nope, you're giving the island back. Everybody thought they were nuts, but it happened. And this tent has been there to visit, where there's restoration of stuff.
I like that sign a lot.
Okay, let's look at the sign. Evict corporations before the houseless. DeOccupy is here to stay. That's a good sign.
I don't know. That's why I like it.
That's a pretty good sign. And here we are right on the corner. And that's the encampment. We have a lot of supporters, and they come down on Sunday. We're going to have tell the people about the event that's coming up on the
Friday?
Friday.
Well, we have Art After Dark on Friday. We have a permit for it and everything. There's going to be art in the park after dark. But you don't have to pay for it.
And it's
Yay!
free. Yay! Well, you have artwork.
I will have artwork. I've been busting ass for the past 2 weeks trying to put out some stuff for Occupy Honolulu.
That's cool, because you had that mannequin. You did that mannequin the last month.
Yeah.
Is that going to return visit, or is that gone?
No, that's
that was
living
really
at my friend's house.
that was really spectacular.
Yeah.
That was really spectacular.
I really like that one. And then the
and
door,
that'll be
too.
right back here, right? Back in the this area, and there'll be a generator and music
and stuff. I don't actually know where it's gonna be. It's either gonna be up here or down there, but it's gonna be in this quadrant of the park.
Great, great. Well, thanks. I guess I'll be leaving you. We're all done. Thanks for joining us. That was a real typical seizure rate, of which we've suffered through more than 20. I like that the press was here and they didn't talk to anybody here, which is the kind of news that you guys get on the TV when you watch the TV. It's kind of one-sided.
Or you go on the internet and you're like, white news.
Now, if you were watching this stream, you'd get like a stereo view.
But all the people that are hearing this are watching this.
That's right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Follow my tweets, @HDoug, and then who knows what kind of fun stuff you'll see next time.